All right, well, I'm very excited for the start of the NWSL season, as I'm sure many of you are. I heard a request out there for some more tactically focused coverage, so I wanted to put together this video to talk about one of my favorite things that's happened this offseason, and that's Gotham signing of 4 superstar players. So yeah, let's look at some film together and get into it. This is Gotham's lineup from the NWSL Championship. They use the exact same lineup for the semifinal. But, you know, it was a team that chopped and changed a lot throughout the season. They didn't really get the consistency until right at the end. 16th game of the season, they rolled out their 16th different starting 11. Some of the games I watched, they didn't even have this maximum 9 subs. They went in with the minimum 7. So this is a team that was pretty bruised and battered and demanded a lot of flexibility from their players to be successful. So Gotham runs the 4-3-3, which is really, really popular in the NWSL right now because it's a transitional league. They play transitional football. What does that mean? Your success as a team depends on your ability to transition from offense to defense, defense to offense. And the 4-3-3 is a formation that lets you do that nice and easily because you're very shored up in the defense, you're shored up in the midfield, you're shored up top. So you don't leave a lot of holes or pockets of space. It's a very nice balanced formation. There's a lot of different ways to do the 4-3-3. You know, on paper, Gotham looked the same most of the season. Sometimes they'd have Neely Martin back here as a central defensive midfielder. Sometimes they're going to put, you know, Fairley as a central attacking midfielder. Just different flavors of the same thing. But I would really describe Gotham's formation as a circle. I think they played the circle, and they played the circle very well. So what do I mean by the circle? Gotham stuck their best players on the outside. We've got Ali Krieger, we've got Lynn Williams, we've got Niswanger, we've got Purse. It makes it very easy for them to go around the outside. They want to connect with single passes, one pass here, one pass here, one pass here, one pass here, work the ball around the outside, slowly into the box, keeping control of that ball. They don't want wild balls up there. They don't too often want wild crosses into the box. They're pretty controlled. And so this formation really let them do that. So let's go have a look at what it actually looked like in practice. All right, so this is from the NWSL Championship. Gotham has just collected the ball, right? This is range zone. Gotham has just picked up a loose ball. High press was a huge part of Gotham's tactical situation last year. As soon as the ball is loose, they're on it. As soon as they're seeing a pressing cue, like, you know, a weak touch, keeper out of the box, anything like that, they are on it. They are pushing heavily. So Niswanger just picked up that ball. She's going to go redistribute it to the back, and then they're going to set up the offense. So let's see how it looks. So we send that ball back. Our circle's set up here, keeping it on the outside. Love these 2 moves for Midge. We're going to play it in the box on the ground, and we're not going to do too much in the box. Really simple football. Really simple football. Okay, let's go back because there's some really awesome things in here we want to see. First thing I noticed here, this is Neely Martin. Neely Martin doesn't play here. Ali Krieger plays here. But this team is smart. They understand their positions well, and it allows them to exchange when they want to. So Krieger probably saw something upfield she wanted to follow. Neely Martin realized that means she needs to come back, so now she's playing as the last man back. Totally fine, no big deal. She's doing the exact same thing Ali Krieger would be doing. Next thing I really, really like here, we can see the start of a circle. My favorite thing, though, is look how even and equidistant these 2 players are from that last man back. They're setting up 2 nice, equal, opposite, symmetrical options. Really, really like that. That ball comes out. Look how disciplined Niswanger stays here, maintaining this width. You see Lynn really stays wide as well until she gets that cue to come in. It's really good football. Really, really good football. So, who are the new players? What are we doing with them? All right, well, what do you get when you sign Rose Lavelle to your team? not having to play against Rose Lavelle. That in itself would be very worth it to me. This clip is nasty. Please have a look. It is just so gross. Oh, good corner win. Good win. Still got something out of it. Okay, there's a lot going on here, which I think is awesome. So just go a little bit. There we go. So we see Lavelle start making a run about a half second ago. She recognized something. And what does she recognize? She recognizes, hey, this defender on the outside, matching her, they're coming down. So she's going the opposite of the direction I'm going. My girl is behind me, poor Neely Martin, behind me, right? I've already beat her. I'm going to continue to beat her. So she's now realizing, hey, instead of doing one pass here, one pass here, one pass here, I have the opportunity to break lines. I'm going to break through a line. I'm going to skip all of that shit. That touch is also incredible. Moves it from the outside of the goal to the inside. If that ball hadn't bounced, it becomes very, very difficult to mark. Right there, it just bounces awkwardly. But if it hadn't, she'd have this inside lane and a huge advantage. So yeah, that is a fantastic quality to bring to your team, that kind of vision, that kind of running. And then, oh, I really like this clip too. This is not from a final, this is from a different game, but it was just such a good clip, I had to cut it. It's the recognition here. Oh. Can you imagine? It's just dangerous. It's just so threatening. I mean, look at this. She sees the press here. She sees her only other option is going to be here if she turns in. So as soon as she realizes 6 isn't a passing option, she bites on 5 really hard. Right there, she realizes. I mean, the IQ is just so high. Huge Rose Lavelle fan. I think it's a fantastic signing for Gotham. Okay, so one more clip I wanted to do for Tierna Davidson. All right, so Louisville's on the attack. Tierna Davidson is out here, and just keep an eye on her body positioning and how she's covering lanes. So, you know, really good transition there with the hips. Really nice job there. And then again, nice contain here. Very disciplined. Blew for offside, but it really doesn't matter because we play through. We play to the whistle. That move is fantastic. I really think, you know, the defender could have picked up 2, 3, 4 steps on her there if she bid on that, but she's very patient, great recognition, and again, good contain. But I cherry-picked this clip, and I cherry-picked it because it does not start well, right? This is a horrible position for a keeper, I will say that. 2 people flying at you, nasty. And then for some reason, our center back is all the way over here playing left back. So I don't love that. And then I just don't love this pass. I just think it's a little impatient. It's to no one. Let's have a look again. In all fairness, she's not being set up nicely because not really in a position to receive the ball, not really in a position to receive the ball, not really in a position to receive the ball. Same. You know, she can cut in here, she can cut in here, and she can cut in here. So I get it, things don't look great, but sometimes we just need to be a little bit more patient, especially when things aren't going our way. Also, it's like a minute and 50 seconds into the game. We can't be having breakdowns this bad this early on. So I say all this, I clip all this because the coverage right here of Tierna Davidson, oh, she's fantastic inside the box, such a great distributor of the ball. Well, I might challenge the distributor of the ball thing a little bit. I get that I'm cherry picking video here, but from the film I watched, this was what I saw thematically. So, how then do we line up our new squad? So, there's a couple clues in here. Defenders, Tierna Davidson. Midfield, Rose Lavelle, Emily Sonnet. Forward, Crystal Dunn. Wouldn't read too much into this. She could play anywhere, but she's listed as a forward. All right, so this is the formation that Gotham ran most of the year. So sometimes they had their, central defensive midfielder was a central attacking midfielder instead, but pretty much always this kind of flavor of the 4-3-3. So what's going to change? First thing, straightforward, right? Krieger's not here anymore. We signed Davidson for a reason, and she goes. Second one's pretty easy to me. Sonnet will play there, and I think that probably means Neely Martin will play here because she's just that good. And the two real main center mids that they stuck with were Neely Martin and Sheehan. I think Neely Martin's just a bit more rangy. So I think we expect to see those two stay as much as possible. So the big questions then, Rose Lavelle and Crystal Dunn. Well, I think Crystal Dunn becomes the super sub. And, maybe for Midge Purse, I could see that working out real nice. And Rose. Rose is a fantastic player, but it can be a little bit tricky because do I want to play Sonnet and Lavelle at the same time? I don't know. Rose Lavelle also had a bit of a problem staying healthy. So I think Sonnet will play more. I think we're going to see Rose Lavelle as much as possible, but I do think Sonnet will play more. Now, one option, if we want to run with an attacking midfielder and not a defensive midfielder, one option that I would really like them to use is Sonnet here. And I say that because, especially during the start of the season, it was a little bit of right back by committee. Sometimes it was Kelly O'Hara, sometimes Sometimes it was Kelly O'Hara, sometimes it was Bruninha, sometimes it was Kristen Edmonds, and honestly, nobody did a great job. It was fine, but nobody was fantastic, and Sonnet can play right back, she can play right back well, but most importantly, she is really freaking loud, and she's a good organizer, and you are losing that with Ali Krieger. So if Davidson isn't bringing that energy and bringing it all together, I think we're going to see Sonnet come in to kind of shore stuff up. So that's it. That's essentially my predictions. I'm really curious to see how things are going to go. This is maybe personally how I'd like to see Gotham line up. We'll see if that actually happens. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. I really enjoyed doing this. It actually took me, I want to say something like over 40 hours to make this video between watching film, and I'm not very good at editing film, but I do really enjoy talking about football. So if there's stuff that you want videos on, like you want to understand a certain player's play style, you want videos recapping all the Gold Cup excitement that's going on, whatever it is, please drop something in the comments and let me know, because I would love to put together more videos that you're looking for. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time.